evening. I'm back. I have a good topic for this evening. Today is Monday, May 11th. If you see me looking down, I'm looking down at my notes, as I so often do during my lives. Just give me a moment so I can share this live out. Give me a few moments. I have some good, very, very exciting news for everyone. That's why I'm on here tonight. I want to share something with you all. Some very, very good news. Good news. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Whenever you come in, I want you to drop down in the chat where you are tuning in from. I want you to drop down in the chat where you are tuning in from. That's a little early. I came on a half an hour earlier than I usually do. However, I have some really, really good and really, really exciting news for you all. I am so pumped up. A few people have been asking me to do this, and I'm so excited to give everyone the news. I'm so excited. And I hope everyone here is tuning in, whether or not you're on this live or you're watching it on the replay. Hopefully, you watch it on the replay before it is a little too late. So I want you to catch it as soon as possible, as soon as possible. And I hope the mothers in here had a very wonderful and blessed Mother's Day. I know that I had a wonderful Mother's Day. I had the opportunity to have a lot of peace and quiet, and I did a lot of self-care on Mother's Day. Whenever you come in, hello, whenever you come in, just drop down in the chat where you're tuning in from. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brandy O. I am a certified life coach. I am a public speaker, and I am a published author. I am a trauma survivor as well. Hello, everyone that's coming in. I have overcome and survived a stroke due to my having an SA, which was a sexual assault. If you would have seen me a few years ago, I was not walking, reading, writing, walking, talking. I had total memory loss. Hi, how are you? I am doing well. Thank you all that's tuning in. Tonight's live is a very, very special night because I am going to tell you what I've had up my sleeve. I'm so excited. Whenever you drop in here, drop down in the chat where you're tuning in from, whether or not you're tuning in from the United States. If you are, write down your city. If you're tuning in from outside of the United States, drop your country down in the chat. Drop it down in the chat. Drop it down in the chat. I love knowing where everyone is tuning in and viewing from, okay? My day was well. I hope everyone's day went well. And if you are a mother, I hope that you had a very, very wonderful and blessed Mother's Day. I hope you had a wonderful and blessed Mother's Day. And make sure that you also subscribe to this channel and share this live out to those that would definitely need to hear this information. And for those of you that it would help, share this live out, hit the subscribe button. You'll find out when I'm having certain classes, when I am opening up my coaching programs. And I will also be able to help you regulate and reset your nervous system. Okay? So, hey, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I'm so happy to see you here tonight. If you're just joining, just go ahead and drop your name. Drop your name in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I love seeing where my family is from. Where's everyone tuning in from? You know? And once again, those of you that are just tuning in, my name is Brandy O. I am a certified life coach. I am a speaker. I travel the world speaking on stages. I am a trauma survivor that is based in New York City. I am based in New York City. So if you are in here, that means Malaysia. Welcome, Malaysia. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. And I welcome everybody here. And I want to let everybody know that this is a safe space. It's a safe space. And those of you that are here, I want to let you know that you are supposed to be here, right? You are supposed to be here. Give me a hello in the comment section. Drop a crown if you're building tonight. If you are in the building tonight, drop that crown emoji in the comment section. And again, whenever you come in here, put down where you're tuning in from in the comment section. I love, 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 love to see where everyone's tuning in from. Also, if you want to know what tonight's live is, check on the live and it will tell you tonight's topic. I always put the topic in the title. So look somewhere on your screen. Everyone's screen is different. Look on your screen so that you can see what tonight's topic is about, okay? And I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. And as I do always when I go on my live, you'll see me looking down, glancing down every once in a while because I have copious notes and I have lots of things that I like to talk about and I don't want to go off topic, okay? And before I get into everything tonight, right? I want to share something with you. I just want to be real with you for 1 second because what? Because that is all that we do when we're here, right? We keep it real here. We keep it real. Right in here, we keep everything real, okay? This week has been an extremely heavy, heavy week for me. I am still in the grieving stages because I lost someone really close to me, a family member, and I'm here, right? I'm here. And I just want to take the time to honor that loss tonight by showing up here because as what um my close friend, family member would want me to do. And that's exactly what I teach women that's what I teach women to do. I teach them how to show up even when they are struggling, even when they are grieving, even when they have experienced something traumatic. That's what I teach women to do. Hello, Ghana. That's exactly what I teach and I coach women to do, to show up even when it hurts, even when it hurts. Even if you show up 50%, 2% yourself, you're still showing up. And that's exactly what I teach, right? We do not let life keep us down. That's not what we do here. We do not let life keep us down. We feel it. It's okay to feel those feelings. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through a traumatic experience and not show up being yourself 100% and completely yourself, but still show up, even if you give it 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and so on. You're still showing up. And once you regulate and reset your nervous system, you'll be able to go back to yourself or be much better than what you were previously, right? We get back up because our purpose does not pause for pain. It does not pause for our pain. Our purpose doesn't stop. When we have a purpose on our life, our purpose never stops. Our purpose does not leave. As a matter of fact, it seems to chase us even harder, right? Our purpose chases us down and makes us face things head on. So if you're going through something very heavy tonight, I want you to know that I see you, I feel you, and I'm standing right here with you tonight. And I want to let you know that you are not alone. You're not alone. And I want to thank you for allowing me to show up in your space with you tonight, right? I want to thank you for that because it truly, truly means a lot for me that if you are going through something heavy tonight, you're facing a lot of opposition, and you showed up here on my live tonight, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Okay, sis. So I want to ask you something tonight. I want to ask you something. And I want you to really, really, really be honest with me in the comments when I ask you this. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, right? No matter how hard you try, you're still feeling stuck. It feels like something is still holding you back. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like you're exhausted? Not just physically tired, but tired in your soul. You know what I mean? You'll go to sleep for multiple hours and you wake up and you're still exhausted. You're still exhausted. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for letting me know that. You go to sleep and you wake up and you're still freaking exhausted, like you never slept a day in your life. You feel like you didn't you haven't slept since birth, basically. That's how you feel, right? You feel like you have not ever gotten any ounce of sleep, right? Ever. You're so tired that you're so tired it's deep down in your soul. That's how tired you are. Deep down in your soul, exhausted. Exhausted. It's like you're holding it together on the outside, right? You're holding it together on the outside, but you're showing up at your job. If you're a parent, you're showing up for your kids, right? You're showing up for everybody else. You're showing up for everybody else. But on the inside, you're dying. You're dying on the inside. You're running on empty on the inside. You feel so exhausted and you're dying so much on the inside that you feel like busting out into tears. Literally. How many of you in here watching tonight and even watching on a replay have been so tired mentally and with deep down within the depths of your soul, so exhausted, so tired to where you just feel like screaming and you just want to cry. You just want to cry. You want to bawl. You're so exhausted. You're so tired. And you want to know when it's going to end. When are you going to regain that energy? When are you going to be better than what you were previously? When is this energy going to kick in? When is the day going to come when you actually go to sleep and you wake up and you feel refreshed? Right? Drop a yes in the comments one more time if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the yeses in the comments. I see those yeses coming in, right? I see them coming in, and I want you to know. I want you to know that you are not alone in that feeling. You're not even close to being alone in that feeling. You're not even close to being alone in that feeling. You're not alone in that. I'm here to tell you that I personally have experienced that. And you're not the only one. The people that are in this room watching right now have been in that, whether or not they want to admit it in the comment section or not, because some people are a little bashful. Even behind the computer screen, some people are still shy and bashful. Even the people on the replay. A lot of people watch this on a replay. We've all felt it, right? And here is something I want to share with you tonight. What I know to be true, what I know to be true after surviving severe trauma from a severe trauma from an assault, surviving a stroke, and rebuilding my life, I rebuilt my entire life. I rebuilt my entire life. It is documented. I get invited to speak all around the world because of how I rebuilt my life from the inside out. And those of you that are just tuning in, you see me here right now, sitting here in front of you, in front of this camera, talking like a normal person, breathing like a normal person. I want you to go back and watch some of my old videos on my YouTube that I just started posting of me learning how to walk when I was in a rehab nursing home. I wasn't able to write. I didn't know how to count money. I did not know how to remember how to read. Forget all of that. I couldn't even swallow water. And if you are, and I'm going to tell you something, if you're unable to swallow water, you're unable to eat, right? You're unable to eat. You cannot speak. You cannot do any of the above. We can't do any of that. None of it. Here I am today, traveling, speaking around the world. I'm a published author, right? I speak on massive stages because I've rebuilt. My whole entire life has been rebuilt. If you would have seen me a few years ago and you would see me in a store struggling to count money, you would have said this is a whole entire grown woman and she can't even count money. Why? Because I had complete memory loss from a stroke that I had that crushed my body. Completely crushed it. And what made my body go into a stroke? I'm perfectly healthy. It had nothing to do with my diet. I'm extremely healthy. It had to do with suppressing my feelings and everything because I am an SA survivor. Those of you that do not know what a SA survivor is a sexual assault survivor. And that's exactly what I am. And I've rebuilt my whole entire life and reclaimed my whole entire life. I fought tooth and nail to be here and to be alive and to live my life to the fullest the way that I do here and now. And because that I would have been able to do it, and I did it in record time, they did not think that I would be speaking. They did not think that I'd be walking. They did not believe that. But here I am to tell you that no matter what kind of trauma that you have gone through, no matter what you are going through in your life, if you're willing to put in the work, I promise you and I guarantee you, you are going to look back on your life and say, wow, I did it. I did it. And here I am. Here I am standing. I want you to hit that subscribe button and share this out. Share this live out. Share this live out. Right? Now let me get back to topic. What is keeping you stuck is not a lack of motivation that's keeping you stuck. It is not a lack of discipline. It is not because you are weak or broken or too far gone. That is not the issue. That is not the issue. The issue is your nervous system. Your nervous system is the biggest issue why you feel stuck, why you feel trapped, why you feel like you can't, get over that hump. It's your nervous system. And do you know what affects your nervous system? Trauma affects your nervous system in more ways than your mind can ever conceive. It's your nervous system. Your nervous system. Unhealed trauma, and we all have different levels of trauma. Some of you may not have had the level or severity of trauma that I've gone through, which shut my whole entire body down. We all have some sort of trauma, big or small. We all, as human beings, all as people, have experienced some sort of trauma, and it gets trapped inside of your nervous system. Unhealed trauma does not live in your memories. It does not live in your memories. Unhealed trauma lives in your body, not your memories, in your body. Think of it as, if you're a workout person, muscle memory. Think of it as that. Your body, even if your mind checks out, your body still remembers that trauma, right? It keeps you locked in survival mode, which will have you on autopilot, right? It keeps you anxious, it keeps you overwhelmed, and it keeps you disconnected from the woman that you know that you are meant to be. You know where you're supposed to be at. You know, but you get trapped. You get stuck, right? That's all in your nervous system. You get stuck and you get trapped. I want you to drop a fire in the comment section if this is making sense to you right now. When you're watching it live or you're watching it on replay, drop a fire in the comment section, right? I want to tell you one more time about me, right? A little bit about my story so that you know how important it is for you to show up in your life all the time. A few years ago, my life completely changed without warning. I suffered a stroke. I found myself in a hospital. And from the hospital, I went directly to the nursing home. I was in the hospital for a month. Okay? A month. Horrible. In the hospital for a month. And after that month of being in the hospital, I got transferred to a nursing home. Then the rehab facility. Flat on my back, wondering, right? Wondering what my life even meant. What is my purpose? I'm just here in this nursing home rehab facility laying on my back. And if that isn't enough, the reason why I wound up in there is because you know, I survived a traumatic assault near my home, right here in New York City. I'm not trying to scare anyone away from New York City. I love New York City. It's my city. I love my city, but that's where it happened, right here in my home, in my city. I had every reason. I had every single reason to give up, right? Every single reason to stay down and not get up. I could have stayed down. I had every reason not to get up. I had every reason to stay down. I could have stayed down and stayed on disability. What good would that have done? I would have wound up homeless, just being on disability the way this rent is here in New York City. I mean, mm-mm. I had every reason to believe that my story was over. I had every single reason to believe that my story was over. But I'm telling you something right now. There is something deep down inside me. There was something deep, deep down inside me that knew, even though I couldn't speak, even though I couldn't articulate things, even though I had total memory loss, it's very, very wild, but there is something deep down in the depths of my soul that knew that I had a purpose. I refuse to let that have me stay there. I refuse. Yes, I live in New York City, so you're going to constantly hear sirens in the background, and my windows are closed. I had to learn how to rebuild my life completely, not just physically, not just mentally, but to the level of my nervous system and at the level of my new identity. I had to reinvent a new identity for myself, and it had to be rebuilt at the level of my soul, right? I had to rebuild. Why did I have to rebuild a new identity? Because I had total memory loss. I didn't even know who I was. So if you don't know who you are, you gotta build something. You have to do something. And when I came out on the other side, I made a decision. When I came out on the other side, I made a decision, right? I, Brandy O, I decided that everything that I went through was not going to be wasted. Everything that I went through in there, all that time, I had plenty of time while I was in there lying on my back in a nursing home rehab facility. That time could not be wasted. I was going to use what I learned and how I rebuilt myself in the hospital and in the nursing home rehab facility. I decided that I was going to help women find their way back to themselves. What better person to teach you how to reset your nervous system and regulate your nervous system who has lost it all, right? Has lost it all. Who else? Who else other than someone like myself who lost everything? Had to regain everything, had to regain their whole entire life. Who else but someone like myself? That's why people seek me out to go speak on their stages. That's why people seek me out to speak at their conferences. Because I'm able to help women pull themselves up like a phoenix out of the ashes. Who else? Right? That is why I became a certified life coach. That is why I became a speaker. That is why I wrote my book, right? That is why I always show up for you all, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on a replay. That's why I show up regardless. Whether I have one person watching, 200 people watching, 1,000 people watching, either way, this information is going to get out there. Either way, I'm going to help somebody, even if I help one woman. Either way, it's going to get out there. Why? Because it's my purpose. And when you are purpose driven and you are working and living in your purpose, there's nothing that can stop you. No one can take that away from you. You have to find your purpose. Nobody, and I'm telling you right now, nobody here on this earth, your friends, your family members, your enemies, nobody can take your purpose away from you. Right? Because your healing matters, your life matters, and you deserve to feel 100% and completely free. I want you to drop a heart in the comment section if this resonates with you tonight. I also want you to hit that subscribe button and share this live out to others. Okay, so here is why I am especially excited about tonight's live, because I have something coming up that I have been pouring my heart out into. I've been pouring my heart into it. I've been pouring my soul into it, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Those of you that are just tuning in live right now, you missed half of the live. You can watch it on replay when I repost it, when I repost the replay. But this is what I want to share with you tonight. On Wednesday, May 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am hosting, I'll do a little drum roll here. I am hosting my very, very first live masterclass. I have poured my heart and my soul into this masterclass, and I'm having my very first live masterclass on May 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and it's on Zoom. It's on Zoom. It is on Zoom, so everybody is able to attend, right? It's called Nervous System Reset. Healing after trauma. Nervous system reset. Healing after trauma. I'm going to say that again because I need you to hear it. Nervous system healing, nervous system reset. Healing after trauma. If you don't feel like you need it for yourself, I most definitely know that you know somebody that needs to have their nervous system reset because they've experienced some sort of trauma. Like I said, we all have, if you're a human being, you've experienced some sort of trauma. We've all experienced some sort of trauma. And sometimes we are afraid to admit that we're going through some things or have experienced some sort of trauma, but we all have, right? In 90 minutes together, in 90, 90 powerful minutes together, this is what you're going to learn, right? Number one thing, you're going to learn exactly why trauma is still living in your body, even years after it's happened. Years. We have trauma that is stored and stuck. Like I said, your mind may forget it, but your body's always going to remember that trauma. That's why we get triggered with certain things. We get triggered with certain things. Somebody may say something and we'll get triggered. That's a form of trauma. And so many women think that they should be over the trauma by now. They should be over it because it happened so many years ago. And I'm here to tell you this. I'm here to tell you it's not about willpower. You could try to will it away, but you're not going to be able to will it away because it's your nervous system that's reacting. Not your mind, it's your nervous system that's reacting, right? Number two, you're going to learn in this masterclass the 3 specific shifts that are going to finally make you reset your nervous system and reclaim your peace. These are not generic tips. These are not generic tips. These are things that I learned when I was in rehab. Nobody taught me this. These are just things that I've learned, and I teach them even when I'm traveling, speaking on stages, right? These are the exact tools that transform my life and the lives of the women that I have personally coached, right? Number 3, you're going to learn how to stop living in survival mode and stop living your life and your full purpose and your full purpose. Not what somebody think you should do, not what your mom thinks you should do, not what your dad thinks you should do, not what your bestie thinks that you should do, not even what your children think that you should do, right? Because you were not put here on this earth just to survive. You're not put here on this earth just to survive and just go to work and just make a paycheck and just be a mom and just be a friend and just be an auntie. That's not your purpose, right? You were put here on this earth to freaking thrive. And number four, you are going to experience live coaching in real time with me. How I coach my women, right? You're going to feel what a real transformation. You're going to feel what a real transformation moment feels like. You're going to feel it. My client, I have results, right? I get great results. And by the end of that 90 minutes, you're going to leave feeling lighter, clearer, And you're going to feel more like yourself. Matter of fact, I'm going to retract that right there. You're going to feel much better about yourself than you've ever felt in years. I'm telling you this right now. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, right? Let me see if I could drop it in the chat. If I could drop the link in the chat. Veronica, are you still here? Let's see. Let's see if I could do that. I need you all in this masterclass. I need you all in this masterclass. I have the link set on my main YouTube page, which is where you guys are viewing me from. I have the link right in there, right? I want you to go in there, click that link. It's an Eventbrite link. You're going to go in my bio and click that link and grab your spot. I want to see you in there. I don't have many spots available. I'm doing a small group. So I don't want you to think, that I'm having it because, masterclasses sound so large, right? It's a very, 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 very small group. A very small group that's going to be in that masterclass. Because I want you all to be able to learn, and I want everyone to get their questions in during the masterclass. So that's why I'm having such a small group, a very, very small group. And when the tickets are gone, they're gone. I want you to go in my YouTube and click the link that says Eventbrite Masterclass. Click that link in there, right? And I just want to say, okay, loves, before I leave tonight, I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this. You showed up tonight for a reason, right? And I do not believe that it is a coincidence why you showed up in here tonight. Something in you is ready. Something in you is ready to stop carrying the weight of the trauma alone. I know there is. You're ready to stop living in survival mode. You're ready to step into the woman you've always known that you were meant to be, right? This is exactly where we're going to go together on May 20th. We are going to step into the women that we know that we are meant to be and have always were destined to be. That's what we're doing on May 20th. It's called Nervous System Reset, Healing After Trauma for the High Value Woman. It's on Wednesday, May 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is via Zoom, so there's no excuse. You can't say I can't show up because I can't get to New York City. I'm not expecting you to come to New York City where I'm at. It's via Zoom. And I'm not having a replay. I have the link in my bio on my YouTube. And guess what? It's only $47. It's only $47. That's it. The link is in my bio. Go grab your spot tonight. Don't wait. And don't ask yourself out of it. Say, oh, should I? Oh, I don't know. No, don't second guess yourself. Don't question yourself. Go get it. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. Don't let another day go by where trauma ruins your life. Don't. Don't do it. You listen, you deserve to be free. You deserve to be free, and I'm going to help you get there. Point blank, period. You need this. I'm telling you, you need this. I love you all so much, and thank you so very much for showing up tonight, especially, after the Mother's Day weekend. Some of you, I bet, are so tired and everything. You have no idea how much this means to me. Again, it's a very small group of people. You think I'm playing? I'm only having a very small group in this masterclass. You better go click the link in my bio and get your ticket. Don't do this to yourself. Don't continue to be trapped and feeling stuck. I I will get you there. I will get you to where you need to be. Come to this masterclass. Thank you, and I will see you on Thursday. Will be my next live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night. Bye bye.